let's shift our focus to the raging protests in Pakistan against the Shehbaz Sharif government's brutal crackdown in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or the PoK, that has killed at least 12 people. In the port city of Karachi, demonstrators carried out a protest march, chanted slogans against the government and called for reforms in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
Our legitimate and genuine demands should be met immediately. This is our appeal, and that is why the Kashmiri community has gathered here. They all have one voice, that they want a system that is based on justice. We want the end of perks and privileges enjoyed by the elite. We are out for our basic rights.
In the capital city of Islamabad, clashes broke out between the police and a group of journalists and lawyers who had gathered outside the National Press Club to oppose the Pakistan government's atrocities in PoK. Reporters say security officials stormed the facility, assaulted the protesters and dragged them out of the National Press Club. These demonstrations in Karachi and Islamabad, two of Pakistan's biggest cities, followed the government's clampdown in PoK. Protesters have been hitting the streets for 5 days now in PoK's regional capital, Muzaffarabad, seeking structural reforms. On September 29th, these demonstrations in PoK turned fatal and left hundreds injured after police opened fire on protesters. Thousands came out on Thursday to attend the funeral of those killed in violence. But despite the crackdown, the protests continued for a fifth day today, with calls for a shutdown and wheel jam strike. For days now, authorities have cut off phone links and internet access to the region. And at the center of this agitation is the Jammu Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee, or the AAC, a civil society alliance. The AAC demands long denied political and economic rights for the people of the region that it says have been denied by successive Pakistani governments in over 70 years. AAC says the lockdown and protests are a direct response to years of government neglect and corruption, as well as the region's resources being wasted on political patronage and bribery. Its senior leader, Shaukat Nawaz Mir, reportedly said that the Pakistani army and the government were on a witch hunt against the people of PoK. The group has called on the government to accept its demands, reportedly comprising a 38-point charter, which includes the end of perks and privileges enjoyed by the region's politicians, bureaucrats and government functionaries. Their key demand, however, is the abolition of 12 seats in the PoK Assembly reserved for Kashmiri refugees living in Pakistan, which locals say undermines local representation and allows Islamabad undue control over PoK's politics. It also includes subsidized flour, fairer power tariffs and renegotiation of hydropower plants. The recent deaths have further enraged the local communities who were already on edge over several issues, including an increase in terror attacks in recent years. Increased terrorist activity also follows banned groups like the Jaish-e-Mohammed moving into the area to establish new bases after India's Operation Sindoor. The protests in PoK are aimed at seeking political and structural reforms, but a brutal government crackdown has turned them into a larger countrywide movement and has put Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in a challenging spot.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj ho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
Yon todo do idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.